Wherever your appreciation for Tron falls on the spectrum, some players still don't understand what the deck does. So for all you newbies out there, I'm going to tell you why Tron is one of the most powerful decks in Modern. Okay, so mana is good in Magic. We all know that the more of it you have, the cooler stuff you can do. High CMC cards usually have very powerful effects and will typically help you win games. Tron likes to cast high CMC cards, and its most iconic card is called Karn Liberated. By far one of the most powerful cards ever created. Why is that? Well, for starters, it's colorless, so you don't have to worry about any color restrictions. On top of that, it can easily take over games with its first two abilities, exiling cards in hand or any permanent on the battlefield. Finally, Karn has a super high initial loyalty, attached with a +4 loyalty ability. However, in a fast format like Modern, you can't afford to wait 7 turns to play him. Why? Because most Modern decks are meant to screw you over within 4 turns or less. That's the motto of Modern. So how does Tron try to win in 4 turns or less? This is where the almighty Urza lands come in. Tron plays 3 extremely synergistic lands called Urza's Mine, Power Plant, and Tower. When played individually, these lands only tap for 1 colorless mana. But if all 3 of them are on the battlefield at once, they can create a whopping 7 colorless mana as early as turn 3. What can we play for 7 colorless mana on turn 3? You guessed it! Our old buddy Karn, a win condition being played 4 turns early. Now that's dope. Fun fact, there used to be a cartoon robot called Voltron. Voltron was a big robot made of a bunch of smaller robots, and this deck was initially nicknamed Urzatron as an analogy, but was later shortened to just Tron. Alright, back to the video. All the other cards in the deck are pretty simple. You want to find your Urza lands as fast as possible, so this deck is usually green based to help out with that. Cards like Expedition Map, Sylvan Scrying, Ancient Stirrings help filter through your deck and help find your Urza lands. Ancient Stirrings in particular is a bonkers card. For 1 mana, you can search 5 cards deep for any colorless card in your deck. Since most cards in your deck are probably going to be colorless anyways, this isn't really a drawback. This card is so good that not too long ago, people were begging for this card to be banned. Anyways, the rest of the deck just includes more threats for your opponents to deal with. Wormcoil Engine, Ugin, and Ulamog are all bonker cards that can easily take over games. So, Tron is a strong deck, but it doesn't mean it's foolproof. The deck also has a few shortcomings. Number 1, Tron isn't equipped to interact with anything the opponent is doing, so some decks can really abuse this by outracing Tron decks. And secondly, the deck relies heavily on the Urza lands, so cards that are able to destroy these lands or render them useless will really put a dent into Tron's game plan. All in all, Tron is essentially an extremely consistent ramp deck. It just plays some of the most strongest cards ever created, and there's many versions of the deck, but essentially, their game plan is the same. Step 1, assemble your Tron lands. Step 2, play the scariest piece of shit in your hand. Step 3, win. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you liked the video, please let me know by either leaving a like or subscribing to my channel. Otherwise, leave a comment on what deck I should do next. Peace.